I love that you asked that. Well, I mean, I guess okay, so I was on the radio with, a man named Dan Ronan, and he said he was actually abused in the Catholic Church, and he shared his story on NPR, and he said it's like trying to keep an inflated beach ball under the water, and you use all your strength and all your might to keep this beach ball underwater, but at some point, you're gonna tire out, and the beach ball's gonna head up in and break the water plane, and that's exactly what it is, and what I have seen time and time again is that so many addiction issues, relationship problems, despair are all coming from the source, from this void inside of us, the beach ball.
So you've said you've changed your practice to more of a consulting practice. Explain what that means.
Well, I am very well equipped, having practiced in both the civil sector and the criminal sector, to talk to survivors as a lawyer and as a survivor myself in a way that they're not going to be able to find in their, usual therapist. I'm able to get to the point. I'm able to see the situation from a larger lens. I know the answers to a lot of questions. I can advise on how to heal without necessarily having to go through the criminal or civil system. If there's a case, obviously, I will consider that and or maybe refer them to another lawyer. But I am able to offer a lot of perspective and concrete steps for healing that have worked for me and that I've seen work for other survivors. On the business end, I am able to design programs for businesses so that they can comply with their legal obligations and avoid liability, which isn't just to protect the business, though certainly that's important, but it's also to ensure that they treat their employees with a more humane level of care. And what I find in the employment cases that come in front of me and that I've handled in the past is that it's the retaliation that employees experience once they've made a disclosure of some sort of inappropriate conduct. And everyone else just gangs up on them. And that's what ends up costing the company a lot of money in lawsuit settlements. And even in a place like
Mhm.
Texas, which is not a plaintiff's friendly jurisdiction, retaliation after the sexual abuse disclosure is what costs corporations millions. And so I am putting together trainings and processes for any size business so that they can mitigate the risk to themselves and treat their employees with more dignity.